question that we have is, what do you do on a daily basis?
Okay, so I am an instructor here. So a typical day would be to teach my classes. So I go to a class, go to a lecture, and deliver the content to the students. When I'm not in class, I do things like course preparation, where I'm getting ready, doing my notes, and all of that. I also actually spend a lot of time on the internet or talking to colleagues to come up with new and different examples, engineering examples, that I can use in class to keep me current, because I'm not actually working in an engineering profession at the moment. Okay. I'm also, I do advising, so similar to what you would see in high school, right? But I'm also developing newer classes in sustainable energy, and so I'm doing some research on what the state of the art in turbines and solar panels and all of those types of energies, looking at how to design them and what concepts to develop. Okay.
How much education have you received?
I have a bachelor's and master's and a PhD in mechanical engineering.
All of it's in mechanical engineering?
All of it's in mechanical engineering.
Do you have any bachelor's or associates or minors in any other?
No, I didn't minor in anything else, but I worked in the aerospace industry for a lot of years, but I just have my degree 12 in mechanical.
What did you do in aerospace?
I did research at the Air Force Academy. It was my very first paid job. So as a professional, I worked in the low-speed wind tunnel primarily, and did a lot of research on looking at the flow over different fighter aircraft and trying to figure out how to make the air move in ways to make the fighters more maneuverable so they can fly a little bit better.
How big of an impact do you have
on the community of students or the community of cars?
Community of the college
From a UCCS standpoint, I'm actually involved in a lot of different things on campus, and so I'm involved in the sustainable energy side of the house. We have a big committee that works on different aspects, and it's not just about energy; it's also about looking at sustainable practices as a campus community, but also hopefully being an example for the Colorado Springs community, looking at improving our buildings, for example, making them very energy efficient, using alternate energy in one area. And I also do a lot of outreach through, like what I'm doing now is Project Leadaway, where we're teaching middle school and high school teachers engineering content, and they're going to go and they're going to teach it in their schools. We have teachers here actually from all over the country. And I think UCCS also has a responsibility to help out with the community to be a good place where people can come get information and be good, I guess, stewards of education in the area.
Okay. What's your favorite part of your career?
Working with the students. I absolutely love teaching, and I like helping my students all the way from teaching them is one thing, but also helping them decide what classes they want to take and what will work with their schedule. We've got students that are going full-time. We have students who also work part-time and have families or are military or retired military and are on VA benefits, and so they're all very unique, and so I really enjoy helping them determine how to I guess, find their path through our program and what's going to make them the most successful. And I think that's a lot of fun.
Okay, so what made you focus on enhancing engineering education?
I think two reasons. One is I'm not the biggest user of technology. I still have a phone. I didn't bring it, so I don't have a smartphone yet. But at the same time, I think that we as instructors need to really be cognizant of all of the different advances in technology and things like that. I do have an iPad, would be happy to hear that. But I think that one of the things I try to do is figure out what you are like, the students that are coming into my program, and to create new ways of teaching the students that really take advantage of the new technologies, the new thought processes. I grew up in a time where we actually didn't have the internet, but you can imagine something like that, probably not, huh? But I think, things have changed a lot, and so I think every year the students who come in are going to be a little bit different, and so we as educators need to really look into that and determine how best to integrate all of those changes and make our classes better and more useful to the students every year.
So you actively search for new ways to better the education of the students?
Yes.
Because of the new technology that's developing and new advances that are happening?
Yes, it's new technology, and it's also just the way people think. The internet has changed the way we all think about things, how we find information, for example. And so realizing how much that gets changed, and then how maybe we need to change the way we're teaching the kids of today versus the kids of my time, because they learn differently because of what they've been, the technology they've been brought up with, the environment they've been brought up, and they think a little bit differently. And so it's important to really determine how best to teach them, because that's why we're here.
What is your biggest achievement?
Biggest achievement? Wow, that's not hard. I think for me, I've done a lot of exciting things in my life, but I think the biggest achievement I would consider is every single student I watched walk across the graduation stage at the end of the year when they're graduating. Just makes me feel like I've really helped with that human being, and I do take just pride in that. I'm a part of that. I'm not obviously the only person. The students themselves has put a lot of work into it, and then all of the other faculty and staff and everybody here on campus. But I think just being a part of helping someone find their path in life is very exciting. And so it's not necessarily one thing, but I really feel that that's the biggest thing.
Okay. So a big part of your life revolves around your students. Is what I'm getting at.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. That's all the questions that I have. So
Okay.
thank you for your time.
You are very welcome. I enjoyed this. Thank you very much.